Welcome back to another episode of Strike First Podcast, y'all. Listen, we are super excited today to dive into what you know, the best sport in the world, which is soccer. Yeah. But we also going to talk about fashion, culture, and even jump into some of the business behind soccer and what's going on with the World Cup today. So you'll see a couple, maybe a new face or two with us today. So we'll start out with introductions again. My name is Sokka Steve. Super excited to connect with y'all today. And we'll go to the left of me.
The one and only Coach Simmy.
My man.
It's your boy, Mac.
Good deal. And super excited to introduce y'all to somebody I consider one of the wizards behind brands and soccer. But what's your name, boss? Tell me a little bit about you.
This your boy, JMack, founder of Strike First. Pleasure to join y'all today.
My man.
Hey, man.
Happy to have you on today, brother.
That man was about to get off the bench with us, man. Come on.
The wizard himself, y'all. So super excited to have him a part today. We're going to dive into some topics that are, we hope y'all find interesting, right? So definitely utilize the chat. Let us know y'all thoughts. Yeah. And we can dive into these topics more on other episodes too. So keep us posted on what you wanted to go deeper in. But to start out, I think we had a little bit of a social this past weekend.
We got together, y'all.
What y'all get into the weekend?
Absolutely. Big shout to Moore in Dallas. You did a phenomenal job. Shout to Sokka Steve with Dallas Basses. Yeah. Shout to Toca Social.
Yeah,
that event was a really good time, man. I'm still groggy today because we stayed late.
Sir, man.
Past my bedtime for sure, man. But it was a really good preview and onset as we approach this World Cup of what it can look like in this city. So yeah, thank you and Brandon for putting that on. Y'all killed it.
Definitely, I appreciate that. And just so y'all know too, Toca Social is a new soccer atmosphere, or I would say entertainment zone within the Grandscape area. So Toca Social, look it up on IG for sure. They've been super great partners for Brandon and I to launch what we call Can I Kick It? So think about Top Golf, but for soccer, right? Where the screens, and we'll show you some videos here as well, but where the screens are able to have different games, so that way your group can interact with, knocking down zombies with a soccer ball, right? Or hitting certain bullseyes and targets. So it gives you a way to be immersed around like a soccer experience because there's games on the TVs, right? We got food, drinks, and the staff was super amazing. So on Saturdays, feel free to catch us at Toca Social from 8 to midnight.
We be there.
Link will be in the bio, so definitely check us out. And Strike First is gonna always be present to be able to have different installations, different things. As to JMack's point, we lead into the World Cup. We want people to interact and learn about soccer in a very cool and calm atmosphere. And Moore is bringing the vibes, y'all. Like R&B in his crate. So he killed it last night. Simmy, Mac, y'all came last weekend, right? What was y'all thoughts on Toca last weekend?
Man, it was a ball. I'm not gonna lie, man. I actually had a good time. What I found to be new was like the Top Golf, the crossover between the soccer and the Top Golf virtual experience. Like you spoke about how that VR screen it kind of turned to a target practice. I've had like situations where you be in that booth with the axe throwing, and that's kind of how I felt. But on top of that, the virtual aspect, and then obviously the soccer element woven throughout the whole building, jerseys and memorabilia on the wall.
Sure.
It was a good time, man. And the bartender kept y'all happy as well.
For sure.
The food and drinks, the video tacos,
tacos. Talk about it, man. Hey, them tacos was lit, bro. But you enjoyed your birthday event there.
For sure,
right?
man. You know me, I'm always about the game.
Yeah, man.
Everybody, as I get older, never forget your dinosaur. This is why we always do something like that. But yeah, I was out there purely being competitive. Yeah. I came ready to play. Yeah. I came with my Total 90 gear and my Ronaldo jersey. I think
you might have set a high score, bro.
I did. At first, I'll try to keep it cool. Yeah. I didn't want to get the too competitive spirit flowing, but it got going immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I started kicking the ball really hard. The games were fun, right?
And I will tell you,
here's a little insight, right? If you good, right, you can go up there on different skill levels, right, and show off the ball, start flying all over the place, show all your touch and, your volleys and stuff like that. However, if everybody else on beginner, bro, they gonna be looking at you sideways when the points start coming out.
Yeah.
So hey, you either put everybody on pro and competitive, whatever, or you go down to beginner and you show what you can do.
So look, one of our boys at last night at the party, shout out to Eric, we snuck in his and dialed it all the way up to pro.
So it's flying up like
he's definitely a beginner. He's a beginner for sure.
For sure.
He was about to get blasted.
For sure. For sure. Keep
First
that
touch was hard.
Keep that take for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No, but I had a really, really good time there, and I enjoy the space and the development that the Grand Escape area is actually getting to. I mean, it's making Dallas more fun.
Right.
Well, last little point, I was like, with the music going, man, hey, it really do set the tone, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You can have
The
a
R&B
fire
vibes.
little
I mean,
DJ.
I went from, celebrating the to hitting Drew Hills and in the next little moment, you feel me? So, great combination. I just want to add that, man.
This event at Toca, this is such a good segue into the character of the city and how we want to embrace the guests who are coming for World Cup. Just thinking about it now, reflecting on the night, think about how we want our city to be perceived by everyone who's coming here. What do we want to be known for? What do we want our character to be? How do we want to resonate with our visitors? I've noticed online a little bit of social media, people going back and forth about certain people talking down on the city, or what does the city have, to offer? What's something for you guys? Y'all have been around. Y'all were not raised here. Y'all have been around, but something attracted and drew y'all to here. What's something that you guys would say, even like this innovation you're talking about at Toca? Is there anything else like that that stands out to you guys that drew y'all to Dallas that you feel is better than other cities?
Yeah. Honestly, I think me coming over from Atlanta at such a younger age, I didn't have a huge expectation of what I would find in Dallas, but the thing that I ended up gravitating towards when I first moved here was how common, at least the look and feel, Dallas gave me as compared to Atlanta, right? Mm-hmm. So I think I spoke about it before in the last podcast, so I won't go into it ad nauseum, but I didn't expect anything like that in Dallas, like the Acosm or something like the whole Grand Escape area with Andretti's and that adult fun play place. Right. We didn't have anything like that in Atlanta, quite frankly. I mean, we'd go to like Turner Field or go to Underground or Phipps Plaza and things like that, but we didn't have, or Six Flags, right? That'd probably be the most equivalent of fun to what I find in the Dallas area. But over here, it's increasingly more fun because we have new spots to pop up like a Toca Social and other adult fun play places.
Right on.
But I was unexpecting it. You know what I'm saying? Not expecting it at all. But how about y'all? I would say, like, how do you feel like the city is kind of captured you, or what was the bargaining for the city having y'all move over here?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say additionally, I moved here for work. So Dallas was never even on my thought process, right? But in moving here, I quickly saw, to me, it's the biggest slept-on metroplex in the South. And I say that because DFW each has its own different pockets where they give you different vibes that you're looking for. And I think that's great for a progressive major city, right? Of course, you got the sports teams, which always going to bring attraction. Sure. But you have these, businesses and enterprises that see that real estate is cheap here. So they're able to come in and build nice build-outs such as Grandscape, Toca, Cosm, right? Yep. Put these really cool concepts in an area that's surrounded by other great commercial real estate, and now you're able to maximize your profit with the right idea, right? So I love that about Dallas, and I think Dallas still has a long way to go when you think about the curation of just events and experiences, because it's so many different people you're trying to attract. You have a blank canvas to say, how do I now either win this pocket of people in this area, or how do I create a space for something that's open for everybody of all ages, demographics, and even relatively when you think about like social economical status. So, I like that about Dallas, and I would say that's what has kept me here. But I do think Dallas still has a long way to go when it comes to what's the personality or why. What makes Dallas different. I can't give you one thing. Yeah. But I think it's a great space to come and use a blank canvas to start growing and figuring out things for sure, because it's still a major city.
How about you, Simmy? Anything for me?
For me, born in Atlanta, but my first taste of Texas was San Antonio. Definitely family orientated. Yeah. How I ended up here was after I had my short stint overseas, I definitely didn't want to go back to San Antonio because I felt like I already did it. Yeah. Right? Austin was awesome, but gave a little bit too of a freelance hippie vibe. Houston, from Atlanta, I feel like I would have gravitated to it the most with the bounce. It's definitely multicultural. Gave too much of a cowboy vibe to me. Dallas always gave a nice pretentious vibe, and a young man trying to make something of himself definitely aligned with me. Yeah. The bright lights, the big, tall skyscrapers. Dallas had everything that I wanted to be a part of. As I've been here for about 15 years, it's been great, man. I love it. The longer I've been here, more of a palate that you get to taste, and definitely different parts of the cities. There's definitely more things to do. There's things popping up all over the place. Right, between Fort Worth and here, all the way down to DeSoto,
Right.
it's
And if you gotta
always
venture
something.
out, I think
it's
it's worth
something
it.
great, and the food's getting better.
Right.
Definitely, if you be, it's getting better. But we do have ambiance. But again, we do have
gotta
bright
start
lights and we
with
do have
ambiance.
things. But yeah,
For sure, for
definitely.
sure. So the listeners in chat and the comments, you know, instead of us going back and forth and saying, you know, well, if you don't like Dallas, leave. I mean, that's not welcome. And let's leave some productive comments. What do you think that we have? What's the edge that we have on other cities that people should be looking forward to? One of the biggest comparisons that I've seen in the engagement going into World Cup is always a comparison to LA. I don't know why that is. It may be because Dallas actually has a pipeline to LA. That started way back in the day, even with DOC and Dr. Dre. We've always had this like connection between Dallas and LA. But I don't know why we get the comparison. So for the people here who are from here and feel this little brother comparison to LA, because LA for sure is bright lights in big cities, right? Leaving here, I did spend time out there and noticed that they go all out in terms of production. However, there's a business savvy that Dallas has. There's a well-known coffee shop that's from here, but they have beautiful locations in LA. They have a reserve coffee shop location. It's La La Land. I'm gonna put them out
Shout
there.
out La La
Shout La La Land, but they do need to work with Nubia Roots for sure.
Yeah,
Get
guaranteed.
Nubia Roots in that La La Land. They have a reserve in Rodeo that's beautiful. You would have thought that La La Land was actually from LA, but they're from Dallas. I go there with my wife, and we're commenting on how beautiful the Rodeo location is. She asked, you know, why is it so much nicer than the Dallas location? Well, I told her, you know, put your business hat on though. This Rodeo location might not even make money, might lose money. It's really expensive to be here. How much coffee we slinging to afford this top tier Rodeo spot?
Yeah, that real estate.
The ones back in Dallas, they still look great.
Yeah,
They look great. And they probably pay the bills for them locations over there.
absolutely.
And I think that is something that Dallas does for business in this country is you get your base, your foundation here. In LA, you can put on, and not just LA, New York, you know, these bigger cities, you can put on the big show over there. But here in Dallas is where you can make your money. Y'all know I love soccer. I'm also a car guy. I got my Aston Martin jersey on
Yes,
today.
sir.
Okay, Aston Martin Racing. A big struggle that these automotive brands go through, they want to tell their story racing in Formula One. It's very expensive, super expensive to do that. They may lose money. You see, they got all the sponsors to keep it going. They may lose money doing that, but they got to sell these SUVs to moms and families to pay the bills. And I think that's one of the strengths that Dallas has is just like financial savvy and responsibility. But like Steve was saying, we do have a canvas that we can fill in a little more. If we're gonna be the SUV, the responsible SUV of big cities, we don't have to be the Toyota Highlander. We could be the Aston Martin DBX. You feel me? Like we could be the GLE 63.
Somewhere a little bit more
we
smart,
could still,
most
we can
character.
still turn it up a little bit. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to see from everybody as we get into this World Cup. That's my take. That's what I'm looking for as we go into this
I would
World
like
Cup.
to ask. I mean, I don't know what people outside of Texas or Dallas in particular, what is their perception of the Dallas area? Like, what do they
It's a
think
big
of
park. It's a
when-
big parking lot and corporate office. Because everybody comes here for a job.
Yeah, no, I mean, and increasingly more so when you was talking about companies moving over here or like establishing headquarters and kind of having to adopt different skins in other cities due to just the tradition and the cultures
just-
in like an LA or like a New York,
Right.
having to put that
Very-
coat on, right?
Very corporate.
But people's headquarters are right here. Take for instance, like a Wingstop or something like
Right.
that, right? They
Right.
might have like an avant-garde spot in the West Coast, but it's not going to look the same.
You're right.
Because Dallas doesn't require that style of
We just want to see a little more risk taken from our creative industry, and that's not talking down. Dallas has amazing creative. Obviously, me being here, being one of them. We talking about LA. Shout out to Yak the Mac, Yakin. He's a huge TDE artist coming up, working with Isaiah Rashad.
And he go crazy.
Have you seen Yak yet, Steve?
Definitely, yeah. most
Did you know he's from here?
Yeah, I knew he was from Dallas.
Man, yeah, that pipeline's real.
Y'all go listen to Putting Them Boys to Sleep.
Hey,
Yakin.
okay.
Yeah, that boy go crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's a perfect little transition, man. You spoke a little bit about the business aspect, right? What about the business of football? We got to bring it back to soccer, bro. This is
let's get into
the
the city.
business of football, right? So I want you to talk about, well, one, we want to talk about the impact of the FIFA World Cup on the individual cities that they are being hosted in, but also kind of like the individual cities' identities and how that plays into the culture and how things will go into the World Cup. So did you want to speak about, well, one, what city are you most excited for as far as host cities? Of course, we are in Dallas, but we have our own matches, but what makes sense elsewhere? And what do you think the vibe is?
For me, I wanted to see Chicago. I didn't understand why Chicago was missing. We were talking about needing a presence in the Midwest. We got Kansas City. Steve was saying they've got a new giant facility there, right?
Nice.
So I wondered why Chicago wasn't there, just from a tourism standpoint. We had a map?
Yeah, let me pull this up for you guys. So we got a couple of different locations, of course, that the U.S., Canada, and Mexico are hosting in. We got Vancouver and Toronto in Canada, of course. We have Monterrey, Guadalajara, Mexico City in Mexico, and then another list of cities here for the United States host cities. So we have Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, Los Angeles for the West Coast. We got Dallas, Texas, and Houston, Texas, holding it down for the Southwest region. We can't forget about our quote-unquote flyover friends in Kansas City, Missouri. They're going to be hosting a couple games as well. And then we also have the East Coast, Boston, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, and Miami, Florida. And sunny Miami, Florida. So what are you guys most excited for as far as the impact of the FIFA World Cup entering these cities? Or we can really just talk for ourselves, right? I don't want to make it too Dallas-centric, this podcast, right? We speak a lot about home because we're very prideful about where we're at and the city that offers us so much. But that being said, what do you think the impact of the FIFA World Cup will be on the Dallas city? What are you most excited for? And what are we bringing to the Dallas World Cup? Like, are we bringing our own edge? Are we bringing our own style? Are we just kind of just allowing everybody to swarm our city and be soccer?
And define it.
For me, I'm bringing the Dallas hate.
Yeah, bringing Dallas hate.
There's certain games I'm gonna watch in the stadium that I'm not rooting for.
Okay,
right,
all right.
Obviously, Argentina to be one of them. Right, I hope they lose every game. Right, quite frank, honest. Other than that, I definitely would love to catch some games on the West Coast. Right. I do not know how Boston and New Jersey got spots over some cities, like you said, like Chicago and the Midwest. I think there's some definitely attractive places that they could be. I'm definitely interested in just all these places getting a real nice boom in the economy, right? And definitely everything that the World Cup has to offer with the melting pot of other people from other countries coming in and bringing what they have to offer and their culture that you would probably never get to see unless you go visit their country.
Right. Yeah. I'm excited. I think it's going to do great for just understanding soccer more for people who don't watch the sport, who don't engage with soccer, or even if you engage with it on different altitudes, it's going to be in everybody's face because the games are in like our homeland, right? So super excited about that. But I think the United States isn't built correctly for World Cup.
Talk about that.
And I say that because when you think about World Cup, you're able to go from stadium to stadium to catch different teams play. So a lot of people who will be coming to our country to, experience World Cup like they usually do, they won't be able to hop on a train, right, to get from city to city. Especially if you think about going from like New York to Dallas, right? That's going to be a 3-day train ride, right? So
you gotta fly.
It's usually more accessible for you to go from games to games. And so I think that's going to be a huge adjustment for people who used to interacting with World Cup. But again, from the lens of how here we engage with it, is having just more experiences. So like Dallas, they're doing that at the Fair Park, where they're gonna have like a fan zone and have, excitement, regardless of what team you're supporting, they're gonna be showing all the games. The Discovery District, right? They're gonna have all the games shown on the big Jumbotron down there. So again, I think each city is taking their own spin on how do you now make it not only a thing for the people that are going to the games, but how do you still show the sport to people who might not go to a game but still want to go somewhere and be social and watch it? So excited for that, but not really excited for how hard it's going to be for people to go and see their favorite teams and their favorite games. But I'm going to Argentina. Messi's the GOAT, This is going to be his last World Cup, so we there.
One thing is also, for Dallas as an example, like you said, a lot of stuff is going to be going on in the city. However, Jerry World is not in the city.
That's true.
Right? So
it's in Arlington, Texas.
I'm kind of wondering how they plan to get all their fans there, right? Let alone, there is not a real train system. I think the Dark does go there, but...
Yeah, they're kind of. It sounds like they're kind of flinging some stuff together for that, and it's not fully ready or fleshed out yet.
I'm assuming charter buses and things like that, shuttle systems.
Dropping off the fans like a mile away and got to walk.
Yeah.
That goes back to the character. What is the character of Dallas as a city? Because me growing up here, it always was cheap real estate. Oh, we got great infrastructure. Well, do we have great infrastructure or not?
We're not set up to be like Europe.
Well,
I could see it on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
So back to my statement with Boston, New Jersey, and New York.
Easier to move.
Definitely, they have trains and everything else that connects the cities and everything else. Just out here, once you start getting out west and Midwest, actually the Midwest is pretty set up kind of the same as well. Once you start getting south, correct? You need a car.
Yeah.
Right? And gas is doing great right now, isn't it? You know? Rather expensive.
Think about California, same thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
West, it's gonna be tough for people to go from city to city, even on the West Coast. So I feel like the East, and of course when we start thinking like Northeast, those did make the most sense because they already have train systems and public transportation that makes it a little bit easier for you to be able to maneuver from hotel to stadium to this to that. We're here.
So you're speaking from a fan perspective, right?
The MetLife is so
ugly.
Sorry, that's my
No.
MetLife is so ugly.
We can talk about the experience that a fan would have in a MetLife, right? And then or traveling over. Oh man, I'm already on the East Coast. I'm trying to catch the closest match. That commute, is it easy? Is it fun? Is it enjoyable? Right? Do I even have like somewhere to stay in these individual cities? But so you're speaking, how about from a team perspective? I was also just thinking about the players themselves having to bounce around in between these locations.
Well, they kind of set up the places where the hubs, like certain places. I think it's just hard from a fan perspective because if you were trying to get tickets, you had to blindly get them with the lottery, right? You had no idea where they were going to be at. Right. So a fan basically like, oh, I'm going to pick here and hope like because I've never been to Los Angeles and I want to go there. Well, your team is over there playing on the East Coast. What you going to do? That's rather tough.
Right. Are y'all familiar? I know Steve is. Are y'all familiar with like being in Atlanta, Marta
is the best.
Soccer in the streets?
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
you are very good.
Oh.
Are you?
Soccer in the streets. I've heard of it. This is familiar to me. Break it down for me again.
So they have like set up like street courts within the rail system. So you can literally get off the train and it's right there and we ball it. That's how we met.
No
kidding. At that. And
I wish they have that stuff as the World Cup.
Right.
That'd be great.
Yes.
And we're talking about soccer culture being ingrained into people's cities. I'm sorry. Right. I didn't even mean to derail, but
awesome.
Me learning about this about my own city is amazing. But continue
have you been keeping up with them at all, Steve?
Oh, always.
Going into this?
Very, very in touch with Soccer in the Street. Shout out to them. But they did a great concept with their MARTA stops having what you call street soccer fields, right? Turf fields for 5v5. They're open 24/7 for people to come play. They host activations throughout the year, but for World Cup, can you only imagine what they're about to be doing?
Yeah, I was just about to ask the installations that they can have.
It's focused towards the kids.
Awesome.
So it's for kids to be able to come. And of course, they got times for adults, but it's more so focused for kids to be able to come and now engage with soccer with not only lessons, but like when games are on, they're going to be showing games. They're going to have players stop by and actually like interact with kids. So again, I think Atlanta, specifically Soccer in the Streets, and I'm sure other sponsors they work with, they did a really good job thinking about this 6 years ago. Me and JMack met, 2018, 2017? So I hadn't even moved to Dallas yet, but we saw that concept at its first year build out, and I had already been playing pickup there. So yeah, man, Atlanta is definitely doing some great stuff, but to JMack's point, it's becoming ingrained in their culture, and they taking it from the lens of how do we get kids who might not have transportation elsewhere, only public transportation, to get to go play soccer. And I think that's just a great concept.
And it reminded me of like back in the day, you had like And1, Rucker Park, the street element. Do any of y'all have, is there like a Rucker Park for street soccer that any of y'all are aware of? I'm just saying, just in America. In America. Like
what is it, Vanta?
Something as legendary.
Vanta on top of the rooftop. Yeah, you can definitely. I mean, throughout the city, there's always pickup spots, right? I think it's actually kind of getting outran by leagues, though. Pickup's kind of dying, but I hope it actually never goes away. But it's just easier to just so from a logical standpoint, as a person that works, I'd like to go. No, I'm probably gonna play for an hour on a team, do my thing, and go home, right? Especially as I'm getting older, you got younger kids kind of going there, kind of killing it, right? I don't want to basically be limited time basis on me winning, staying on the field. If I got to play against an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, as opposed to I could just basically play over 30 and play somebody that's my age and kind of my physical build and everything else.
Got to work in the morning.
And gotta go work in the morning, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of keep it move like that. But definitely was heavy on the pickup games.
Yeah.
It's a young man's sport, though.
Right.
Or a young man's game.
Yeah, I think in all aspects, even if you're talking about just catching a hoop session at Lifetime Fitness, like it's a young.
It's my
man's
time.
sport.
It's my time to go over here.
There's nothing
My
clear
brother.
like as a reminder of your age.
Quick question, fellas.
Running with the young boys.
We talked a lot about the West Coast, East Coast, and the South. How do you feel about our neighbors, Canada and Mexico? How do you think their immersive experience is going to be for the fans?
I think Canada. Now I don't want to end up being a fake spokesman for all these places, but I was born in Toronto.
There we go.
So being a fake Canadian.
666.
I know, can you do the accent?
All I know is nyae. But shout out to all my Canadians, man. But they have a huge soccer population over there, right? It's not a homogenous group of people. It's an international melting pot. So, and every single one of those cultures enjoy the game of soccer in some capacity, whether it be the Arabs or the Pakistani people or the Cambodian people or the Filipino people. All of these people have huge populations, huge densely populated neighborhoods in Toronto, and they all play soccer. You could see people casually just wearing soccer gear, just like damn near to work, right? So that's their culture up there in Canada. I know they're going to do a great job with it. If at the very least, if they're low on installations, if they're low on events and just spaces for the public to gather around and enjoy the FIFA events, I just know they're going to be enthusiastic enough to keep stuff alive. Like it's going to be overly lit over there. I just know it. Might be an over assumption, but Canada has always done their thing as far as on the soccer tip. But what's you guys' experience, or at least just what do you expect?
When I moved to San Antonio, I was the only black kid on the Hispanic team for a while. Man. If you play ball out in Texas, you can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
I know Mexico's gonna go dumb.
Yeah.
Straight dumb.
Mexico City,
They're gonna be
Guadalajara.
drinking before and after the game.
Come on,
right?
man.
They probably during the game, probably even playing during the game. You know,
Man.
the food's gonna be great. They're gonna be definitely a welcoming city. I'm actually can't wait to see how they do their thing up there.
Yeah.
Uruguay versus Spain is going to be in Mexico City as well.
and
So that's going to be a great match. Sorry to
the stadium
derail.
as well.
Who versus Spain?
Monterrey and Guadalajara
Uruguay versus
Stadium.
Spain.
Nuts.
Oh.
I had to say it properly. Uruguay.
Uruguay.
For those, check out that stadium in Monterrey and Guadalajara, man.
Is that the one that you see online with the mountains behind?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Monterrey.
you already know what it. Yeah,
That's Monterrey.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
wonder
The
how
character-
difficult it is to get up there, or is it just mountains in the background per se?
Right, it's like a pilgrimage to make it to the.
You know, or is it like you have to make
gods.
this crazy trek just to get up there?
Yeah.
You know,
This
but-
is like this. I mean, we have our own visuals here off camera, guys, but this is the visual like in the.
with that mountain in the background. That is,
I would enjoy a nosebleed seat.
yeah, man, you may have a nosebleed literally because you're up there.
It's mountainous.
It's mountainous, you know?
Right.
Are y'all going to anywhere? Are y'all at all, or just in Dallas? Are y'all going to visit any other cities through this?
We've talked about it. We're gonna check the ticket prices, right?
Yeah.
Right now, these
Simmy said
prices
definitely
looking a
not
little
Philly.
bit,
They looking rather steep, my
looking rather
boy.
steep, right?
Yeah.
It's a mortgage, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
But I would love to. I mean, I would love to go to Miami. Honestly, I'm thinking
Miami.
about here. Mexico City, of course, would be amazing.
Add so far to it on the bay.
It would be dope again. But I think also United States did a interesting job of pricing the tickets and releasing the tickets.
That's a nice way of saying that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
To
crazy.
almost make it to where like the average middle class person or below
It's priced
don't have
out.
a chance. And if you do, you just kind of like you're sacrificing something to be able to go.
Have you heard of
I'm
like?
sacrificing to go see Messi, so I'm taking it. But yeah, these tickets
I'm
are
seeing
pretty
Ronaldo,
expensive.
but you do know that it's like people are selling their homes to come over
yeah.
here. You saw it, like an England dude sold his house and everything to come over here and watch a couple
recently,
games.
the LA 2028 Summer Olympic tickets just dropped. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but those are pretty high as well. And this is just the pre-round tickets, and you don't even know who you'll be able to see. You just kind of get tossed into a pool of people, and whatever sport you're able to view or get tickets to. But yeah, it seems like all of these world sporting events are getting more and more exclusive. What's your experience, or do you feel like even going?
Yeah.
Let alone going or not.
So I recently went, a good comparison, I went to the IndyCar race in Dallas through the same stadium where World Cup's going to be played. It was through Cowboys to Ranger Stadium. My experience with that, I mean, you're really on point because I'm not called to sell my mom's house to go to the game, and we're talking about it resonating with you. If it's gonna be that expensive, it better be good, or I'm not gonna go. But where I'll go instead, the second tier and third tier, where it is competitive and you can be up close, you can smell the racing fuel, see the sweat dripping off, and really be a part of the contest. I actually think that's starting to be a disadvantage for some of these leagues and games and sports at the top.
Yeah.
Because you're just not resonating, and if middle class, we can't afford it, we ain't going
At all.
And then the people who are there that are maybe of that elite class and don't even really care.
Yeah.
That's gonna like detract from just the quality of the experience. Just this past week, Lewis Hamilton, and I know I keep going to racing because I'm a car guy.
Lewis Hamilton
Strike First does have a whole motorsport division.
Yeah,
you'll see.
It's a world.
Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest F1 drivers. He's in Tokyo in a Ferrari F40.
Yeah,
it's arguably one of the best exotic vehicles of all time. He's doing Tokyo drift, tearing through the street, Tokyo. Kim Kardashian rides shotgun. It was fly. It was fly, right? But then they stopped. She's in the car. She's like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. She don't even care, man. She got the world. She has the world. She don't
Probably
care.
doesn't know the significance of the Ferrari
She's having
that she's sitting
fun
in.
with her man.
That's a hell of a horse.
Right?
Yeah.
She's having fun. Whereas if I was in there, right?
Yeah.
I'd be losing my mind like
Yeah.
you want the fans to.
Yeah.
As a fan, though, I feel like everybody's fan experience can be different. But which one would you choose? Being courtside, where you could definitely interact or be up close and personal, right?
Up close and poor.
As well. That's you brought us up there, Simmy.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
in a lively bar with all your families and friends and the atmosphere is booming, or in the stadium in a box, right? Living a pretentious lifestyle, watching the game that way.
You hit on a big topic.
How would you prefer to watch these type of things, right?
Who stands to gain, right? Like if the cost is high, we understand that. Who's to gain from all of this? Is it, I'm paying a high top dollar to get a high top dollar fan experience, or to see a world-class performance by one of the best players on earth? Or is it just paying bills for big corporations?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm in the bar with Simmy. I'm in the bar.
Hey, man,
I
we
think
have
that's
a
his
good
guess.
time.
I don't know. I
Hey,
think
man,
that's
it
his guess.
depends, man.
Up close
Because
and poor
I've
it
done
is.
all three, right? But I don't want to be poor. Like, for an hour and 30 minutes or 2 minutes, it's like, yo, it was great, but then you tap them pockets, bro.
Yeah.
For example, I'm trying to go see Breezy and Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shout out the Raymond Brown tour one time, man.
You know,
we
What
trying
about
to get
you,
free
Steve?
tickets.
What about you? You in the bar with the fam up close? Or
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm at the house watching it first.
Yeah.
Like that's
That's
number
true.
one.
That's fair.
At the house, y'all come to the crib. We in our own environment to watch it. But to Simmy's same point, I've done them all. For a sport that I love, I will pay more to go see it. Right? So I will pay top dollar to be able to go see like my favorite team. And for a basketball analogy, sit courtside. I'm not against that. But for the average experience of it, catch me at a bar every time, right? Because you get to socialize, you get to enjoy the game, but you also get an experience that don't necessarily hurt your pockets.
But you're
right?
a true fan, right? So you're speaking from a true fan perspective in the pie in the sky theory of you having all the money in the world to spend on that experience.
Right.
You still want to have an authentic, genuine, top quality soccer experience. If you're sitting next to Kim Kardashian, who doesn't give a damn about being here, right? That may
Kim
dampen
K,
your
though.
experience a little bit. Like I paid $1,500 to be in this position right here, and the person next to me is like, they got this through their corporate discount. How does that affect your experience, or do you really care?
I think if you're paying that much for a ticket, you probably don't care who you sit next
That's
to.
fair.
You know what I mean? Or if you're
fair.
buying a suite, right? There's other reasons to buy a suite than I want to go watch the game and experience it up close and personal. So I say I'm glad there are all options, but when I think about soccer specifically, I'm gonna be somebody that I want to watch it without distractions. So if we do go watch it at a bar, it's cool. We know what bar and what spot. I'm good to go. But I would prefer to watch it at our house, right?
Which
Because
we did.
control the
Comfort
environment.
of the home.
Exactly. We watched, me and JMack done watched a couple games together, whereas at one of our houses, we control the environment. And to me, that's the toppest of tiers,
Yeah.
right? The only thing that beats that is World Cup coming, if I was able to touch the grass, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
just
be
cut
down
off-
that close,
cut a
you know,
square of that turf.
that's different. But
Let alone be in the corner if they at on the home side when
Oh,
your team score and they come over, bro, that'd be lit.
But I'm not gonna sell my house to go do that. So you know,
We're not putting it up for sale.
It's all good. We'll watch it at Toca Social, man.
hey, there we go.
I'm kicking. You feel me?
Come
Overly
kick
that, you feel me?
Yeah.
But look, I think we might have had a little bit of a softer topic. I wanna see war before we get to the funnies, right? I think you two might have had something to hash out. Did you guys?
Oh no, this is around the time where you check on all the Arsenal fans.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
understand, Steve, my man, you are loved, you are wanted. Please don't jump off a bridge or any high places.
Believe.
As this is my third, Manchester United jersey. We just happy to be in the conversation, but we have.
Are you in the conversation?
I mean, we're going to Champions League next year, right? We third place, solidified. We good. We've had some dark seasons. I'm pretty sure you can explain and can understand that.
Oh, it's fine.
But hey,
I was born in the dark. Shout out to Bane, man.
definitely,
We're
'cause
used to this. We're used
Obviously,
to this.
Liverpool and Manchester United are the most successful English Premier clubs of all time. But definitely, just check on them. Arsenal, at one point, where it's talking about they were going to win the quadruple, which is 4 trophies in one season, and it's been going down. This coming week, we're going to see some defining moments.
Sunday.
Sunday,
Sunday.
as you can tell, there is one jersey right here that definitely is becoming their kryptonite.
Oh yeah,
For sure. They play them, they second place, and they closing the title race.
I respect Man City all the way. I respect it all the way. It's gonna be a good game. All I would say is this: we believe.
Somebody has to.
We believe.
It's Arsenal versus everybody
Go
else.
Gunners.
My question to you, Steve, is why do you think so many people are against Arsenal this season?
I will say Arsenal does have a very. It's like a great comparison is like a Cowboys fan base. Cowboys fan base, that's a great comparison to me about Arsenal. And I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm also a Cowboys fan. So maybe it's me. Maybe I need to switch. I just like being delusional.
You can choose
being
better for
delusional.
yourself. You know?
But I will say they're historic teams, right? So Arsenal is a historic team again. Shout out to my boy Thierry Henry again. Favorite player ever who got me watching Arsenal. But I do love the fans because when that season begins and the steam that we had this whole season, I will say it does hurt to see some of these trophies fall out of grasp. But we know the ones that really are going to put that chink on that shelf there. So I'm super excited to see what we do Sunday against Man City. And hopefully, right, I believe that we will be going.
Out of the 4 trophies, Champions League and the Premier League title is definitely still up for grabs for them.
Both. I need both.
And this week, Arsenal plays Sporting, right?
Yeah.
Great team from Portugal, right? If they get knocked out of that, that's obviously another trophy. And Man City is definitely doing it again.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's why they catch a lot of hate. So, but I just like poking at Steve.
I take it.
Yeah, nah, I like
Fans out
inciting
there,
violence.
you can, hey, support ball. Don't let them bullying you and telling you can't switch clubs, right? I have so many different jerseys. I'm
You
speaking
can
from
drop
personal
your
place.
flag is crazy.
No,
that
just,
is crazy.
Just to play with them, I was gonna wear that Man City jersey, but I know people know that I'm a Man United fan. They would have roasted me.
Yeah.
Chat would have killed me.
Yeah,
But, like,
it would have been in 4K, brother.
they would have roasted me, and I'm not. Internet bullying is a thing. So, and I'm afraid. So,
All right, boys, man. I appreciate the quick little scuffle, man. I think we can all join in on this quick little conversation. In one way or another, I think we kind of have the same feels. We might have wanted things to go a little bit better with this FIFA World Cup song brought to us by the Jelly Roll.
That ain't even a scuffle. That's like a
Man.
stomp out.
Jelly
just
Roll.
completely
and
getting
let me
drunk.
make sure I get this right. So the song is called Lighter by Jelly Roll and
Lighter.
Karine Leon. Not familiar with the Karine Leon individual. I know Jelly Roll is a country artist out of the United
do him.
States. I saw him at the Grammy, so I'm not even going to disrespect, bro. Shout out to Jelly Roll, man. I think he official in the street, so shout out Jelly Roll. But this song, Lighter, it's to commemorate the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Are we feeling it? Is this your ringtone? Are you calling home about it?
I've never even heard the song all the way through. I'll be honest.
yeah, no, we listened to it earlier. I was like, I didn't know
We tried to
that
play it.
half of it was in Spanish, because we didn't make it to Leon's part.
Didn't even
Not
make it to
at
that part.
all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I think it's interesting that was chosen as United States song, but it's kind of on par with the United States team when you think about their performance in the World Cup typically. So, hey, maybe that's what they was thinking about.
It's
you know?
perfect, right?
Do you think United States even really has a fan base? United States soccer, to the most part? Because I don't see a show out for CONCACAF or any type of,
Less so than other than other countries for sure.
That's probably why they're pretty
Less-
much out of touch with it.
Yeah,
Less
so out of touch with the song selection and vibe.
I
And
wonder, was that from FIFA or being the host country? Because we were talking about earlier, why is FIFA so great on the music in all the video games?
Yeah.
They're known for the music in the video
Iconic,
games.
man.
How many of y'all been in the grocery store, heard the FIFA song,
That's
and gotta
EA Sports.
tell your significant other, hey, this song was on FIFA, just so
That's
you know.
EA, that's EA
Just so you know. So it's
not
EA.
FIFA.
That's facts. Yeah, shout out EA,
So
man.
FIFA ain't even take no notes this whole time with the video games. They didn't take any
I feel
notes
like they-
and just
they-
pass
they-
it off to the host country.
They haven't missed on most of the time. Like Waka Waka,
Yeah,
welcome,
that
shout out to
Shakira
Africa,
joint,
right.
Welcome to Africa. They didn't miss. It's just, I don't know. For this one in particular, it's hard to, for North America, what artist would you pick on there? I was like, for me, I was gonna go, Drake, obviously my man who did the Super Bowl,
Oh yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Shout out Bad Bunny,
Right?
man.
And just to throw a little in it, maybe Beyonce.
Yeah,
That'd be
why
cool.
not, man?
Right?
Add a little southern draw
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
We got two city,
I
host
think,
cities.
I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
That's a really good question though, man. Steve, who would you have as the sub out? Who would you want to make the World Cup song FIFA 2026?
it depends on what I'm going for, right? Like, if I'm going from a business standpoint on somebody that's going to connect with all North Americans, right? When you think about it all together.
The Americas.
Yeah, the Americas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go with somebody that's kind of could blend the two. I mean, I'll be honest, we didn't say Taylor Swift earlier, which is crazy.
Shout out
her numbers
Taylor.
alone do it justice, right? So got to give her a shout out. But
Taylor
she's
Swift,
not
yeah.
necessarily my favorite,
Hey,
right?
man.
Even when you think about Beyonce, her numbers do it justice too, but not necessarily my favorite. But when I think about an artist who transcends genres, who has a huge presence no matter where or what he's doing, there's only one artist that come to mind. And I'm a little biased.
Chris
but-
Brown. Sorry.
Aubrey Graham is that artist, right? Drake is able to.
Arguably, equally controversial take. Like that was
on.
like equally yoked just then.
Oh,
but-
hey, Kanye West, right? Yeah, go ahead. This is sorry. Yeah, go
We're
ahead.
gonna end this
We're losing
podcast
it, y'all.
now before we get canceled.
we are
No.
absolutely losing
But
it.
I think
Drake.
Drake just is able to make music for the masses. And if you're looking at a song that needs to expound upon, as we said, the Americas, right? I think he has a better pulse on something that could be a hit than a lot of other artists, and definitely more than what I would say a Jelly Roll did.
We should
But
make y'all the A&R.
maybe that wasn't the
I
goal.
was trying to get Kendrick on it too. Drake
might
and
not have been
Kendrick.
gold.
I feel like they don't have a problem making a song together.
Bad Bunny take and then the Drake take. They already have a song together. That sounds more like a FIFA World Cup track than the song that we're hearing today called
Right.
Lighter.
So we
by
need
Jelly Roll.
we need some redemption. So I'll give you my real answer. We're gonna have to hold out because I'm just gonna do a campaign and show y'all.
Yes, sir.
And we'll
man.
come
Coming
back and
soon.
revisit.
Strike
Let's
first.
go.
But my corporate answer, if we still gotta, not take any risks, somebody who could really use a redemption arc right now is Jack Harlow.
Who is Monica?
So, but it would make
What does
sense.
that stand for, really?
If I were in the corporate office, he could use a redemption arc, as could America. He can appeal to the masses like the corporate suits want him to. He plays soccer. Did y'all know that?
He did.
Most everyone, a lot of people know that he plays soccer. So maybe he can stop embracing his black roots.
Yeah, and lean
And
into
embrace his
multicultural.
real roots
you
of
know what I'm
playing
saying?
soccer. Like take
Okay.
off the stovetop hat and the
They would
black.
never let that figure be the
Yaku
one
Kweli was
that's
crazy.
representing the song.
Maybe in that same type of realm, maybe Justin Bieber. Maybe.
B
JB?
actually would be a great one.
Who had a
so.
redemption arc at Coachella just this weekend.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout
What
out to him,
what
man.
about you,
Doing-
Mac?
doing karaoke at the Coachella. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When we're dealing with something as big as the FIFA World Cup, right? We want something to speak for all. We want something to be punchy. We want something to be effective. We're talking about Taylor Swift, brother. Like it's
Come on now.
Have you been to her concert? Are you a Swiftie?
Swifties.
Listen, I'm just trying to be very safe in the case.
Okay.
So, like, listen, man, I think that artists that are selected for the FIFA World Cup songs, it doesn't really matter about their artistry in particular as much as who they represent. We brought up in pre-production, we were talking about how K9, I'm a fellow Somali man, so shout out to K9, man, that Wave the Flag song. It's ingrained in my childhood. I know that I've heard it in so many soccer campaigns. I think it was a perfect song. It was kind of like anthemic, a little poppy, very, we're all in this together, right? So I think that you could have threw a hodgepodge mix of, like y'all said, like just somebody from different regions and made, we are the world type track. And even though we're America, we could have lied like we're worldly. You know what I'm saying? Like this was
This is the greatest opportunity to lie.
Like what? We got a lot of PR to clean up, guys. 2026 has been crazy so far. You know what I'm saying? This was a missed opportunity. But I think the safety bet would have been Taylor Swift, maybe a Bad Bunny. I wouldn't even been mad at a Drake. So,
but it's kind of crazy. I'm sure you guys have been hearing some of the other country songs coming through for the World Cup. They may be AI generated, not necessarily. I'm not quite sure.
But do they slap though?
They do. Like France, hey, that one, hey, they've had previous bangers all throughout the year. This AI, allegedly AI one doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for all the countries to come and do their own songs. Just USA, let's put our minds together and let's do better.
Let's do better.
Let's do better.
As a republic.
I don't know if we can pull this one, but this one is like we're breaking chains, and what does it have to do with soccer, bro?
Yeah. Chains still rattling too.
Yeah,
I don't know. They still rattling.
You spoke to it though. I mean, it's all about like having a cohesive theme. Had we have came into it with like some type of mood or theme, then name the song from that, and then we work backwards. We backwards engineer. You know what I'm saying? I think we just they just shot for the moon. It was just like, how can we just make a song to make everybody feel all together? And breaking chains and stuff is what they came up with, and neither of them seems to have ever. That's indoor.
Do you think it was a big push because of the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny that they went this route?
That's a good take. I think so. I would agree.
That we have to have a country artist, to kind of take back kind of the theme of what America is.
Like, is it by force that we had a country artist?
Possibly so. I don't know.
Anywho, Strike First is A&Ring the next.
I'm gonna say right.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna have a country too. I'm gonna play it their way as well. I'm gonna do a country angle, and I'm gonna do it better than them. And it's gonna be from somebody who's from here.
Let's go.
All right, boys. Well, I mean, for the most part, we've covered all of our topics, and we've had a little bit of too much fun at this point. But I did want to make sure that you guys got all of your thoughts out as far as the coverage of the business of the football world and the impact of the FIFA World Cup on the individual host cities, and had to cover what our thoughts were with this song, man. So, how do you guys feel?
Man, all good. Like I said, great one again, as always. Super excited to have, again, I call him the wizard, but JMack join us and drop some knowledge, man.
It's a pleasure to be with you guys.
Yeah, what he's doing with Strike First, again, this podcast is just one little piece of what I would consider his universe that he's created, as well as continually building upon. So if you haven't yet, follow the page. We're going to put it right here. Chat, engage with us. Also, DM the page too. Let us know topics you want us to cover, things you want to learn when you think about soccer, culture, fashion. And you heard JMack, right? We also dibble and dabbling as well when it comes to what's going on in the race world, right? Well, how is that looking, and how does that transcend culture, fashion? So, again, super excited again. Another episode, Strike First podcast. We'll catch y'all next time.
Oh, last but not least, if you got anybody that want to learn how to play ball, especially on the youth side,
come on,
holla at me, man.
Talk about it, bro. Give us the details.
Coach Simmy.
Hey, Coach Simmy is well alive and back on the youth scene.
Saying?
Trainer, coaching teams. You know where to find me on the IG. Look me up.
Yeah, yes, man. Sir. For sure. And do we got anything cool coming up from the Strike First world of Strike First, brother? Any cool events coming up?
Mainly, it's going to be Toca, and then, like I said, I'm gonna rework a couple campaigns for this World Cup to show what it should have been.
We're gonna activate the city, man. We're gonna activate the city. It's been a fun one, brothers. I appreciate the sign off, bro.
Love it.
Appreciate y'all.
See y'all.
Peace.
Later, brothers.